What's going on, football fans? I'm Juan Pablo Guarin Camargo.
And I'm Rachel Dorada.
And this is Inside the Hashes Throwback Thursday, taking a look back at how some of college football's most underrated prospects blossomed into some of pro football's best and brightest.
On today's episode, we're throwing it back with New England Patriots safety, Kyle Dugger.
Football may be Dugger's grind right now, but back in high school, the Decatur, Georgia resident had hoop dreams, just like his mother and his older brother.
As luck would have it, Dugger's natural athleticism garnered plenty of attention on the court. Jake Coblin, then a graduate coaching assistant at a small Division II college in Lenoir-Rhyne University, saw Dugger execute this crazy windmill dunk during a game. Coblin approached Dugger right after, offering him a chance at playing college ball on the gridiron.
Despite growing interest from Lenoir-Rhyne, Dugger still had his sights set on the court, reluctant to even visit the campus out of fear he'd miss basketball practice. But once the Whitewater High School point guard set foot in the Hickory campus, he was offered a scholarship right on the spot to play football for the Bears. And with that, Dugger traded in the Jordans for cleats.
Dugger only had one true year of high school football experience under his belt, but when he stepped onto the turf of Moretz Field, he looked like he'd been playing all his life. In 2018, the junior racked up 76 total tackles, 3 interceptions, and 3 fumble recoveries, while also finishing second in the nation with 534 punt return yards, along with 2 punt return touchdowns during the Bears' homecoming game versus UVA-Wise.
After that breakout season, Inside the Hashes sat down with the first-team all-SAC defensive back and return specialist, talking about how seriously he took being a role model to the younger guys on the team, and how he's been handling his rising stock as a draft prospect.
What does it mean to you personally to be a person that the team relies on heavily to contribute and to be a playmaker in so many different areas?
I say it really makes me hold myself to a standard, knowing that, being the oldest guy on the senior team captain, that guys are looking at me and they're looking up to me. And if anytime I take a playoff, they feel like that it's okay for them to take a playoff. So really just holding myself to a standard and being able to push myself and let others follow my lead.
Jim Nagy, who runs the Reese's Senior Bowl every year, he put out an early list of some guys to keep an eye out for. You were a part of that list, and you were a guy that he apparently has seen your film, and he's a high praise of your game. What does it mean for you personally to have guys of that level and of that authority to think so highly of your game?
It feels really good just knowing, because there's a lot of work behind the many years I've been in college, and I feel like it's finally starting to get some recognition, and it just makes me want to go harder.
2019 was a short but impactful year for Dugger. He recorded 31 total tackles, 2 interceptions, and 4 pass breakups in just 7 games before going down with a season-ending finger injury. It was a performance that made him worthy enough to win the 2019 Cliff Harris Award, an honor given to the nation's top small school defensive player.
Dugger also accepted an invite to the 2020 Senior Bowl, the only Division II player that year to do so. In Mobile, Dugger proved that he could play on par with NFL caliber talent, picking off future first-rounder Justin Herbert and recording 2 pass breakups in 5 1-versus-1 reps.
His play at the Senior Bowl showed that the D2 standout was more than just a big fish in a small pond, something that Patriots head coach Bill Belichick really took note of. After trading their late first-round pick for the Chargers' early second and third-round picks, New England made Dugger their first pick in the 2020 draft, taking him 37th overall and making him the first player from Lenoir-Rhyne to be drafted in the last 20 years.
Dugger showed his high ceiling as an NFL safety with each passing week. In Week 10 versus Baltimore, Dugger's game-saving tackle in the last 30 seconds of the game on a pivotal 3rd and 7 kept the clock running and ultimately sealed the deal in the Patriots' 23-17 win.
Dugger finished his rookie season with 64 total tackles, 43 of them solo, and 1 tackle for loss, playing in a secondary that featured shutdown corner and reigning Defensive Player of the Year Stephon Gilmore and 2-time Pro Bowl safety Devin McCourty.
Looking back, Dugger's journey from high school point guard to a blossoming defensive back in New England's defense was unconventional. But for a guy whose football path took him from small-town recruit to small-town prospect to key cog in a Belichick-style defense, unconventional is just how Dugger likes it.
This has been Inside the Hashes Throwback Thursday. I'm Rachel Dorada.
And I'm Juan Pablo Guarin Camargo. We'll see you next time.